Go ahead.
Mr. President, ventilator manufacturers are doubling, tripling, even quadrupling their production in some cases.
That's true.
And yet medical experts and some of these manufacturers are predicting that there will still be shortages of tens of thousands of ventilators. Is it time for you to level with the American public that there likely will be shortages of ventilators in some cases?
Could be. I mean, it could be you have shortages, and it could also be that you have some that have way overestimated the number of ventilators they need. We think that, we have a good amount ready to move. I mean, literally, like an army. They're ready to move to any hotspot. But some of the ones that you're talking about, always a nasty question from CNN, but some of the ones, because I think that, frankly, because you know what, you've asked that question about 10 times over the course of about a month. Look, we're mobilized and ready to go. We have a lot of ventilators ready to go. And if we had given them all out, we wouldn't. And you would be overstocked in many areas. What we're doing is we have a very good plan to take from some areas, even though we have the 10 or almost the 10,000, we're also taking from areas that won't be as badly hit as today we think they will be. There will be some areas hit harder than we think, and there's nothing that Deborah or Tony or any of these professionals can do about it. This thing moves in a lot of ways. But what we're going to do is we are going to have, and you look at us compared to a lot of other countries, we're in much better shape. But these professionals have done an amazing job. Now, over the next week and 2 weeks, it's going to be a very, very deadly period, unfortunately. But we're going to make it so that we lose as few lives as possible. And I think we're going to be successful. I think we already are successful in that regard. When you look at that graph and you see all of the bumps, if you want to call it, at a very low level, and you see a couple at a higher level, they were tough. But you see all of those levels. You know, when you look at, and when you hear about Italy, and then you hear about France, and then you hear about, what we have is we have many Italys all over. They're like countries. California is a country. New York is a country. If you look at them from the standpoint of what we're talking about, we have many, like, country spots. Some are hot spots, and there's nothing we're going to do about it. One of the biggest surprises is Louisiana, because it started off so good, and then all of a sudden it shot up like a rocket. But we're going to try and have ventilators wherever we possibly can. Jeff, go ahead.